YouTube, it's Earthly Kisses again, coming today with a video on bath bomb icing. As you guys heard from my previous videos, I've been going bath bomb crazy. I am making bath bomb cupcakes for my girlfriend's wedding, and we are going to make a batch to get some done today. So we are going to need for this recipe, this is just your basic royal icing recipe. We're going to be using meringue, powdered sugar, cream of tartar, baking soda, and I'm just going to add some German bean to it, the preservative, because last batch I made with this recipe, even though I gave my bath bomb a couple of days to dry and become completely hard, I found that the icing grew a little fungus or mold on the outer bits of it. I'm not sure if that's from fragrance or not, but I'm not going to take a chance with me giving this away to so many people. I'm going to add the preservative to it anyway, just for their safety. So I'll be back with everything all measured and we can get started. Okay guys, so here we go. We got our 6 tables of water measured out. We have our 3 tablespoons of meringue in our bowl here. And what you're going to do is you're going to start with the meringue first before anything else. So we are going to get this going. And I'm only going to start off with like half of my water here. There, you can still see. You're going to beat this until you achieve peaks, like whipped cream. Those type of peaks. As you can see, we're getting bubbles and I'm sorry the lighting isn't so good. It's just been gloomy days here lately. And now it's starting to really get dark outside. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. But I gotta get this done. I can't wait for a sunshiny day, so. And as you can see, as you let it go, it's just going to do its thing. It's going to continue to get thick. It's just a froth right now. Give it time. One thing I have learned about making bath bomb cupcakes: take the time with your icing. It's the prettiest part of your bath bomb cupcake, but it's the biggest thing that can go wrong with your bath bomb cupcake. You know, if you don't take the time with your icing, you will have instances where your icing falls in, your icing can mold, which I did have that problem once. It doesn't hold its shape. You know, you really want to take the time with the icing. And you know me, I'm a mad scientist. I have to see what is it going to do when I don't do it the way I'm supposed to do it. And I did that. Although I came out with a fairly decent icing for cupcakes for my husband, I just was not able to get the peaks out of it that I wanted to. It kind of flattened out for me. But for a man, it looked nice. So, and as you can see, we're getting thicker here. Still getting thicker. Pause you guys on so I can give my mixer a break. I have found that my mixer sometimes get really hot when making this, and I want it to stay nice and cool throughout this process because it works harder as it gets thicker, so I don't want to blow my motor, so I'll be back. Okay guys, I am back. I have given my mixer a little break here. Doesn't take long. I just pause for a minute or two, and while I do that, I scrape my bowl down real good, because if you notice, you have not seen me scrape yet. So I made sure I scraped, made sure there was nothing stuck to the bottom, as I often have that problem. I get little dry bits stuck under my beater. So you should probably see this whip up a lot better now, because there was some stuck down there. So let's get it going. Now this is just a small batch of icing that I am making today. I just want to see how well this is going to turn out. I've made this before, but yeah, I'm just not for certain with this preservative. I wish I had taken the time to smell this prior to adding that in with my water. It does have a very strong smell. And that's the beautiful part about making the bath bomb cupcakes, because if you don't like the icing, you just pop that sucker off and do it all over again. So that's probably is what's going to happen if I don't like the way this turned out. I had not planned on putting a fragrance in my icing, because I want my icing to be white. I bought this spray to spray my icing with, but I'm not going to do that until I know for certain what this preservative is going to do. As a matter of fact, I think I got some extras that I have just for the test batch before I use all my spray and all of that good stuff, because I only got one and I got quite a bit of bombs to do. So as you can see, this is starting to froth up even more. You just take your time with it, just so that you could see this consistency. It's thick, it's slow to drip off of the beaters, but just not quite peaks. You see that's still moving around in there, but that is getting stiff as well. I hope you are seeing this. You know, my lighting, oh goodness gracious, the lighting is so bad. Can you see how that's moving around in there? I hope so. Who knows, I may not post this. And as I scrape down in here in the bottom, there's no liquid left in there. It's all getting frothed in, so this should be where we need it to be rather quickly. It's just patience. You just have to have patience. This is the hardest step of the icing, getting the meringue where you need it to be so you can add the sugar and everything. Because if that meringue is not right, I guarantee you the rest of your icing is not going to be right. I guarantee you. There are some who like it like that. You know, they like for their icing to flatten out and this and that and other. But I want mine to be nice and stiff and stay that way. Mostly because, you know, I'm not trying to spend more money on product to put on there trying to get it piled up high the way I wanted to, because the icing won't stand up the way I wanted to. So I'm just going to get it that way from the go-get. And it's starting to thicken up even more. I also hope my mixer is not too loud. It's nowhere near as loud as my stick blender, that's for certain. See, you're starting to see that ribbon in there. It's starting to get where we want it to be. Let's check it out. Oh, we got peaks. We got peaks, but they still fall over. So it's not ready yet. Now another thing about making this, you have to keep the side of your bowl scraped really well. This gets really sticky, and it likes to stick everywhere but where you need it to stick, which is inside of the bowl. So you will find as you're adding the sugar and stuff, it's going to be really hard to get this stuff off of your spatulas. But it's gonna look so pretty when you get it done. Let that go a little bit longer. Oh yeah, that's about ready now. This is where, let's see, I hope you could see this. Here, let me zoom out so you guys can see this. Okay, see how that moves? See those peaks in there? How they haven't fallen over or anything like that? Yeah. Now we're ready for our other ingredients. So let me pause it because the video is going to stop and I'll bring it right back. Alright. So, see how we got that peak right up in there where the beater came out from? And when you do this with your spatula, you get peaks. Now that's just the weight of gravity that's bringing it over. But see how that jiggling is staying up? Yeah. That's where you want to get to. Now see me, I'm picky. I've gotten to that point. I'm going to keep beating it just a little bit longer. But I am going to add my cream of tartar in this step. So we're going to need 1/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. And let's see, I need my measuring spoon so I can get out this 40. Yeah, out of everything that I got sitting up here on the countertop, I didn't have a measuring spoon to get me 1/4 of cream of tartar. I got everyone up under the sun. Nothing smaller than that. Okay. Alright, there's our 1/4 of a teaspoon. And I don't necessarily have to be, have to be exact. Drop that in. And let's get going. Alright, so we're getting our stiff peaks. We've added our cream of tartar. I started on slow just so the powders don't get flung all out of the bowl. And then we're going to bring it right on all the way back up. And let that whip some more. I will say, as this is aerating, you see me sniffing the bowl. I'm trying to see if that smell is going to dissipate from the preservative. Either I've become used to it or it is starting to die off a bit. I might cheat and put a couple of drops of my fragrance in there. If nothing else, just to even it out so you can get that buttery smell from the meringue. Alright, let's give this a scrape down. See how we got those peaks? See that? See how that won't even come off of the beaters? That is what you want. That is exactly what you want. I just want to make sure my bowl is scraped down really good. Because we're really about to get into the real messy part. That is, if I don't create that mess prior to that. Okay. I just like to scrape my spatula off on the beaters. Because I find with this mix, because it's so stiff, even if you wipe it on the side of the bowl, it don't do like soap. It's not going to go down into the bowl. It's just going to sit there and ride the side. Okay. Alright, and now we're going to add baking soda. Now, that's about the only difference with my meringue. I do add baking soda to it to try to get, so that when you go to crunch up your bath bomb or whatever, the icing will crumble apart and it will actually dissipate in the water. I find the regular royal icing just sits there, and I don't want mine to do that. So I'm going to get that baking soda added in there. light. Goodness gracious. My arm is always in the dang on way. Okay, that's good. See how that does? Let me zoom you in on that. Nice and stiff. See that? That is what you want. Now we can add our sugar. Now this recipe calls for about 1 pound of sugar. Sometimes you need more, sometimes you need less. Why that is I don't know, but who knows. So I'm going to add my sugar in, and I'm only going to add it in a little bit at a time because this is powdered sugar. It's going to go flinging all over the darn place. So I'm only going to add it in 1/4 of a cup at a time. And I know that's going to make for a long video, but like I said, with the cupcake icing, it will do you good. It will do you good to take your time with it. I work smart, not hard. I love to take a shortcut when I can, but this is one where you cannot take a shortcut, okay? I find even my fold setting is just a little too fast for the powdered sugar, so you gotta get it going real slow so it doesn't fly everywhere. There we go. Now I'm going to keep it down low while I continue to add my powdered sugar. I find that sometimes once you got it going real good, if you just take your time with it, it won't fly all over the place. And that's why I only put it in about 1/4 of a cup at a time. And as you can see, I even add that in at a very slow pace until I get everything fully incorporated, because I don't want to have powdered sugar all over my camera. And see, this is the reason why once you get it going, you can add it in slowly, because it's going to throw it towards the edge. Once it starts getting built up and everything, you're gonna go in and you're gonna scrape that edge. I find with making this, the less scraping, the better. Get all your sugar in there, get it all incorporated, then scrape. Because you're gonna have a royal mess of your royal icing, because this stuff is very sticky. It sticks like you will not believe. You're gonna have a hard time getting it off of your spatula. Even if you scrape it against the beater, it's just hard to, the stuff is just hard to get off of there. So you just want to take your time doing this. And I'm gonna pause you guys and bring you back once I have all my sugar incorporated into my mix. Okay guys, so this is what we have. See that? That is ready to be piped, and I'm hoping that it's not too stiff. I like mine to just stand right on up. The best way to know that your piping is ready to go is when this mixture begins to climb. I call it climbing the walls. When it just crawls up the beaters. See how that is? See how sticky that is? How hard it is to get your beaters cleaned off? You want all of that, you know, because you don't want to waste anything. But this is just to show you what it looks like when it's ready to go. So let me finish cleaning these beaters off, because I need every little drop of this, because I got a lot of bath bombs to do. And I'll bring it back. Okay guys, I'm back. So here are my test dummies, these over here. And the reason why they are test dummies, I don't know if you can see this. My lighting is so bad. I promise you guys, First chance I get for some sun, it's gonna be on and popping. But anyway, these are my test dummies. I tried the Wilton Nut Cups to do bath bombs in, and I found that, see, there's a good spot. I hope you can see that. See how the oil leaked through the dang on cup. I can't get this away in somebody's bridal shower, you know. And I went with these because I've seen other people use them. They do have the little, I don't know if you can see that shine. They do have the lining on the inside, which I just knew was going to work, but it only did it to some. And it wasn't specific to a batch. Was not specific to a batch. So I don't know what caused that. The ones that were really bad, I've just gone ahead and taken them out. I'm gonna double check all the rest of them before I package them. The good thing is they're still hard. They are still hard. Here, let me show you a hard one. So this is what it looked like after I popped it out. You can see the ridges from where it was in there. So it's no biggie. I could just pop it out and pop it into a new one before I give these away. And it's already done with all the processing and everything that it's going to do. So it should not leach through the packaging again. Should not. We're gonna see. So we got our frosting. It's all ready to go. I got my bag all ready to go. I'm just using a vase to help me out with this bag. And I'm wondering if you can see that. See that? That is just some gel icing coloring. Comes in a little bottle like this. It comes in a pack of 4 different colors. So the color was purple. I didn't want my icing to be completely purple, but I did want it to lead in to what is underneath the icing. So I just put a stripe on each side. So we'll see how that turns out. If I like it, then that's what I'll do to all of them. And then I'll put that gold spray on top of that, so you get a little bit of both, because our colors are purple and gold, but we got so much purple, it's hard to incorporate the gold, which is why I found the spray. So we'll have to see if it works out well. We'll just see. It's all experimentation. So here we go. That's why I got the test dummies. That's why I made more than what I needed, so that I can have test dummies. So this is just a disposable piping bag. I can't tell you what brand that is. I have no idea what brand that is. I'm actually gonna put more in here. I thought I had more in here than I did, but that just goes to show you how thick this dang on icing is. So I'm gonna add some more to it, because I thought there was more in there than that. And you just stack it up. When it's stiff and everything, it sits up, it stays. And of course I got gloves on, because you know me, I'm gonna make a royal mess. And I need to grab one more thing. I'll be right back. Okay. Can't pipe without some type of scraper, if you ask me. Some people use the edge of the countertop. That works for you. Go right ahead. But I just bought this. This was just a little strainer doohickey that I got from the dollar store. It has a nice straight edge and everything, and it's stiff. And so that's all I really need, you know, to help me scrape my bag. So let's get this going. And of course, I keep touching the icing. That's the point of creating lips. You don't have to touch the icing, and myself is still touching the icing. Okay, so I am using a Wilton 1M tip. I probably should have let that purple drizzle down a little bit more than I did, but it's okay. You see how I got it on both sides? And I'm just going to scrape my bag here, if I can get all of this stuff out of the way. Yeah, this icing is very thick, and this is a very hefty size bag also. So okay, I think that's good. I'll do the rest with my hand just to get it started. So we'll see what we get once that purple gets down. I started it off with the white because you want to do your piping bag like this. And I started with the white because I'm going to do a little dollop down the middle. And the pretty purple color won't show then, so oh goodness, it's a good thing that I didn't go with a larger tip. I mean a smaller tip. I mean, I made this stuff stiff today. I mean, it's so dang on stiff. It almost doesn't want to stick onto the cupcake. And it doesn't want to create... There we go. The design, I gotta squeeze harder. You know, I think it's because I have, it's because of the piping bag, I'm sure. It's so much bigger and I'm used to working with smaller bags. Yeah, I gotta squeeze the crap out of this. Goodness. And then the last couple times I piped with soap. So piping soap and piping icing is two different things, okay? So once you get that part done, you just want to sit it to the side and wait to see what's going to happen. Now while I'm waiting for those, I'm going to get the Real Deal Holyfields because I'm liking the way this icing is moving. And if nothing else, I'll just have the build up portion and set onto my cupcake. Can you see this? I hope you can see this. There you go. Much better. I should come back because I'm running out of time here. Okay, so here's my Real Deal Holyfields here. These are the actual bath bomb cupcakes that I'm giving away. I have not had a problem with these larger ones leaching through or anything like that. Yeah, so, and the one that did was just my tester. And see, how you store your bath bombs is going to determine your finishing color. These are all the same batch, and see that color difference? Crazy, insane. Okay, so back to piping, because this is a workout. You just want to start with your dollop in the middle. Doesn't have to look all pretty yet. You just want to get it down in there so it can start to get hard. Okay, that's a workout. And my purple is starting to come out. Wonderful. So I'm gonna let these set up for a minute and then I'll bring it back. Okay, I'm just so eager and so excited to see what this is going to look like. And since these are the test dummies, I'm not going to wait for these. I'll wait for the other ones to set up. But these, I want to see what that purple is going to look like coming out of there. So we are going to go. Now, when you are frosting bath bomb cupcakes, the edges, oh, that stripe is pretty. The edges are your friend. Use them as a guide. Use them. That one didn't turn out so well. It's just because these are so small. I was going to do a smaller tip, but I opted not to at the last minute. Yeah, that purple stripe is a great idea. That is really pretty. And I think combined with the purple spray I'm gonna put, see, I'm leaning. Oh, that's a good one. All right, that's better. Now, if you find that your piping is burping or so to speak, don't worry about it. Keep squeezing, keep going, because if you don't, you're gonna have a gap. Okay. Now, if you notice, I keep trying to go higher and higher. I just want to be able to tell how high I can get this to go. That was too high. I'll fix that with the embed. Because like I said, I have embeds that I'm going to put on the tops of these. Okay, and some of them look like this, and of course, because I got bad lighting, I know you're not gonna see my glittery on the top of there. It sucks, but it's a butterfly. They're little purple butterflies, and I didn't make them too darker purple. And then I have these. Calla lilies are my girlfriend's favorite flower, so I got some of those to go on the tops. Now, because we're just playing around with those, we're going to use the ones that were my rejects, just because they didn't make the color cut. The colors are purple and gold, and that's not very gold to me. That's more of an orangish. So we'll see. Starting with the one that we grossed up real good. Fix that rather quickly. I don't know which one I'm going to like better. Am I going to like the butterflies, or am I going to like the calla lily flowers? Now, I do have quite a bit of calla lily flowers, so it's going to be that or not, whether I like it or not. But I wasn't so sure of the butterflies. And I did them different heights, because I want to get a feel for how high I should pipe these. And I'm gonna let them sit, and just to make sure that I can get the embed to come out of the soap. I mean, the embed to come out of the icing once it's all set and dry. Yeah, but I do see that I am going to have to spray this with my color prior to putting the soaps on the tops. And like I said, you know, it's all about trial and error, and probably I will give one of these away to one of my testers. I do have a tester. It gives me wonderful feedback and let me know how she likes everything. And as you can see, my butterflies, even my butterflies are different thicknesses. So I know how I want to do it. And I think this one I'm just gonna just like that. You know, just try different things. Who knows what it's going to look like. And I had just the right amount of embeds to do that. So that's that. And now we're going to put some glittery on top. I know they're just for me, but I like my stuff cute too. So, got some glitter. Okay, still recording. Now these did not have the glitter in the soaps already. The other ones, I put the glitter in the soaps already, and now that I'm doing this, I'm seeing I probably didn't really need to do that. I like this glitter on this white icing. Oh, that is so pretty. Who knows, I may not even have to put a purple stripe with the way this glitter looks, because it's just so pretty. Got all the colors of the rainbow and going on in there. And now, because this is going in the bathtub, I don't want to overdo it with the glitter. So who knows, when I get the final ones done, I may not even put glitter on the tops. But those are that. Let me get you a close-up so you can see. Once I get all the glitter off my hands before I touch my camera. I hope I got all the glitter off. I hate trying to remove glitter from things. Okay, so I'm going to move you guys so you can get a close-up. And I know the lighting is bad, guys. I'm so sorry. I just don't have time to tinker around with that and everything. I gotta get her done. So I will take pictures in the morning, and hopefully we'll have better light so you guys can see what those look like. But yeah, that's the gist of what I want to do for my girlfriend's bridal shower. So you guys let me know, what do you think? Do you think the soaps are the embeds are too big for those? I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think. Talk to you later. Bye.